I'm so privileged to have Deva with me today, who won a massive award at the JT Fox event in Orlando. Deva's in property, and the problem with properties is so many people in property, and they're always saying the same things. But Deva's talk is so different from a lot of people's. Deva, could you just introduce yourself and how long you've been in property?
Yeah, I'm Deva Jeganathan. I've been in property since 2007. And what we do for property is we create massive passive income to people through property. Our company is Property Direct, and what Property Direct does is, we help people to create massive passive income through property.
That's fantastic, and actually I know quite a few of your customers, and they've always had great. They always say, "Oh, Ben, Deva's so great. He's helped me so much." So that's why I have a great belief in you. Oh. In your talk, you talked about the 5 Ps. Can you just, for our viewers, mention what those 5 Ps are?
Yeah, 5 Ps are number one is passion, 2 is purpose, 3 is perseverance, 4 is be people's person, and 5 is patience.
And the interesting thing about those 5 Ps, which Deva talks about with regard to property, is very interesting. A lot of people kind of work out their purpose over time, and property is hard, as we know, so persistence is really important. The 2 that I'd really like you to talk about and share with our viewers, because I don't hear much about it, is passion and patience. So let's start with passion.
You want the first one and the last one?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay, you picked the great ones.
Thank you.
Passion is, my philosophy on property is passion. Right, I live by that philosophy. And I believe that if you don't do anything with passion, you're not going to go anywhere. Because number one, property is, this is what I say everyone, property is simple but not easy. So when you get into hurdles, when you get into challenges, you can easily give up property, and then that's when the problem starts. People say property don't work, property will lose money and all that. That's because, they didn't find their passion. They went in for the money or some other purpose. So passion is a lifeblood that you have to find out. But then how? You might ask me a question, how do I find that, whether I have the passion? This is a small tip that I can give you. Just ask yourself a question, saying, just imagine that you have £100 million in your bank account today, right now. And then ask this question, which is, would you still do what you're doing, even with that money? And if you say yes, then yeah, obviously you have passion. If not, that's fine. Probably property is not the one for you. Business or something else would be, suitable one. But, the main thing is find your passion, and then start working on it. Because even if I refer you to Steve Jobs, he speaks about passion, and he says, if you don't find the passion, it's something that you're going to live with rest of the life. And then if you can't find passion, you're going to give up, some of the day. And yeah.
So I love what you're saying about passion. Myself and my son, as you're aware, we create a lot of materials to help with people's branding. So we love writing, we love words, and we write people's books for entrepreneurs. We only focus on.
I've actually heard a lot of good feedbacks about you guys. Some of my customers have worked with you, and amazing feedbacks I'm getting.
That's very kind of you. We're having a self-congratulation point now. Deva, because that's our passion, how can property help us with our passion?
Property is something that people park their money into. So, when people start making money, say you might be helping a business person with their branding and all that, and they start making the money. And then once the money is generated, it needs to be parked somewhere. So I take property as a vehicle where you park your money in. Because if the money is going to sit in the bank, inflation's going to eat it, and down the line, you're not going to have anything. So I would advise, if anybody have a business or something, then you make money on your business and then park the money in property.
Deva, thank you very much for part one.
Thank you.
And through that relationship, we purchased and we are building 200 small event centers across the U.S. We currently have 10 of those up and running today, and we're very fortunate to have acquired a significant piece of property in McMinnville, Oregon, which we are going to have